Let's turn to Pakistan now. Their new president has made an announcement. That's Asif Ali Zardari. As president, he is entitled to a government salary. That's around $300,000 per month. That should be his salary. But Zardari says he won't take it. Why? Because Pakistan's economy is going through a tough time and Zardari does not want to burden the treasury. So noble, right? A selfless act by a dedicated leader. Well, think again. Zardari is one of the richest men in Pakistan. He's worth around $1.8 billion. And a lot of that wealth has come from corruption. He was quite an expert at swindling money. So good that he had a nickname, Mr. 10%. That was the cut for getting things done. So Zardari giving up his salary is not selfless or noble. It reeks of political showmanship, like putting an entire house on fire and then turning up with a mug of water. I hope Pakistan's people don't buy it. But let's take a closer look at Zardari's story. He was born into a Sindhi family of landlords. His lifestyle became the talk of the town. There was a lot of partying, a lot of fights, a lot of romantic flings, and a lot of polo. Many called him a playboy who plays polo. His life took a major turn in 1987. That's when he married Benazir Bhutto. Now, Bhutto was Pakistan's leader in waiting. She led the Pakistan People's Party. And as she claimed power, Zardari entered politics, first as Environment Minister in 1993 and then as Investment Minister until 1996. And during this time, Zardari was neck deep in corruption. His rivals called him Mr. 10% because he would take 10% kickbacks from government contracts, hence the nickname. Even foreign governments investigated his corruption, like Switzerland and Britain. At home, he was put in jail for 11 years. And if you know Pakistan politics, you know that that's a long time. 11 years is a long time because usually politicians wiggle out of jail, but not Asif Ali Zardari. His crimes range from corruption to extortion and murder. Now that same man is the president of Pakistan. So there's nothing to celebrate about Zardari's latest decision. Forget giving up his salary. He should be paying ordinary Pakistanis for putting up with him. But PR stunts aside, how is Pakistan's economy doing? Pretty badly. A team from the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, arrived today. Their job is to review Pakistan's bailout. It was agreed last year. The IMF is supposed to disburse $3 billion to Pakistan. 2 payments have been made. The final one is awaited. If the IMF team is happy, the rest of the money will be released to Pakistan. And they're in the country, in Pakistan, until next Monday. They will hold talks with the new finance minister. His name is Mohammad Aurangzeb. Now, this appointment is very important because Mohammad Aurangzeb is a political outsider. He's a career banker, studied at the Wharton School of Business, worked in international banks like Citi and JP Morgan, headed Pakistan's biggest commercial bank, HBL, and now appointed as the country's finance minister. It's a big change for the Sharifs too. Traditionally, they have trusted Ishaq Dar with the finance ministry. But this time, he's been shifted out. So Islamabad is sending a message to the IMF and the international community that they're serious about turning the economy around. The question is, will the IMF buy it? Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has already called for another IMF loan. He has not mentioned a number yet, but reports say he wants another $6 billion. The finance minister will present Pakistan's case to the IMF team. He's called for a large and long-term program. So it's now up to the IMF. Do they trust the new government's intentions? Do they believe Asif Ali Zardari's fiscal prudence? Or do they trust the technocrat finance minister at their own peril? This is a country where elected prime ministers do not have real power. So how powerful can a non-political finance minister be? It's something that the IMF should think about.